Hi everyone, welcome to Veronika Hug. Today I'm showing you this lovely scarf in the rainbow style, the rainbow colors. So as I was crocheting this, it was a couple of days before Mother's Day, but you can actually do this for pretty much any occasion. I think it looks really amazing. So that's what we will do today together. This is going to be a simple project, which means that even if you're a beginner and don't have a lot of experience, you can still follow. It's not going to be anything complicated this time. And as you can see, the results that you're gonna get are still very, very pretty. So if you'd like to practice a little bit, or if you're already experienced and would just like a great result in the end, then make sure to stay tuned. So let's get started. So you'll need Woolly Hugs bobble cotton. This is 800 meters and 200 grams, and I'll do it with my 3.5 millimeter hook. But since I do work very loosely on my projects, you might need a 4 millimeter one or even a 4.5 millimeter one if you tend to pull on your yarn a bit too much. So you'll also need a marker for marking the middle, and then we can already get started. Today we're starting from the middle with a ring. The end I put behind the section closer to the spool. Then I go with my hook into the ring and I take the yarn with me, and then I'll do 5 chains to replace the first double treble. And then I'll do into the ring again 10 trebles, so 10 simple trebles. This was 2. Four. 8, 10, and now we do a double treble again into the ring itself. Then pull the beginning to tighten the ring so that we can close that. And so now I'll mark the second row so that you can always rewind if you need to. This row now begins with 6 chains to replace the triple treble. Then turn and do 6 more chains. Now a slip stitch here into the second treble. So this here is the double treble, and then the first treble and the second. So that's where we go in and we do a slip stitch followed by 5 chains. Here we do another slip stitch and then 9 chains. Into the third treble, so skip 2 and then do a slip stitch and again 5 chains. And into the following second treble, a slip stitch and then 6 chains. Here into the 5th replacement chain, we do a triple treble, so yarn 3 times over the needle or the hook, go through the chain and then keep pulling through 2 at a time. You'll have a total of 4 times. Okay, now we can already mark the middle, but I think we can still see that I won't mark just yet. So if you're a beginner, it might make sense to do it right away so that you can keep a nice overview of what you're doing. Either way, let's start with the 3rd row. So we will again do 5 chains to replace the first double treble, and then we will turn. Around the 6 chains here, I'll do 8 simple trebles. Three, 6, 8, and around the 5 chains we do a single. And here we will do 10 trebles, so this is our middle. Four, 8, 10. Okay, around the little bow, again a single. Here around the 6 chains, so here the 6 are for the triple treble, and then these 6 we will do with 8 simple trebles. Four, 8, perfect. And now a double treble into the 6th chain. Right here. There we go, let's start row 4. So this one is again out of bows, just like the second one. So let's do 6 chains first to replace the triple treble, and then we can turn and do 6 more chains for the first bow. Then again, so here into the 3rd treble, skip 2, and into the 3rd a slip stitch. Five chains. And into the 3rd treble, so again skip 2 and again into the 3rd do a slip stitch. So that's the little bow right in the middle of these 8 trebles. Anyway, then we again have 7 chains. 7, and now in the middle we will do a slip stitch into the second treble, followed by 5 chains. Skip 1 treble, and into the second one we do a slip stitch. Then 9 chains, so again a big bow, that's why we do 9. Skip 2 trebles, and into the third one do a slip stitch. Then a little bow out of 5 chains, and then skip 1 treble and do a slip stitch. And again 7 chains. Here into the third treble, skip 2, into the third we do a slip stitch, then 5 chains for a little bow. Skip 2, and into the third one we do another slip stitch followed by 6 chains. And then here comes a triple treble into the top chain of the third row out of the ones that we started with. So you see here what we have. So now we will again do the next odd row with the trebles. So we will start with 5 chains, just like row 3, to replace the double treble. And then we can turn and around the first bow do the 8 trebles. Three, 7 and 8. Single around the little bow, around the next big one, again 8. Four, 8, and now again a single around the smaller bow, and then I'm at the middle, so we will do 10 here. The middle one gets 10 trebles, the smaller side ones get just a single crochet, and the bigger side ones get 8 trebles. And that's always going to stay the same. Then a single, then another bigger bow with 8 trebles. Four, 8 and a single, and then around the 6 chains we again do 8 trebles, four, eight, and then a double treble into the 6th chain, and now after row 5 this is what we have. So now we will again do a bow row. So even rows will always be bow rows, and the treble rows are always the odd ones. So row 6 that we will start now is an even row, meaning that we will do the bows out of our chains. So all of the even rows are going to start the same way. We do 6 chains to replace the triple treble that we would do on the other side when we end, and then we will turn and do 6 more chains for the actual bow. Here at the beginning we skip 2 trebles, and into the 3rd we do a slip stitch. Then again for the next small bow 5 chains, skip 2 trebles, slip stitch, and now 7 chains. Then again skip 2 trebles and slip stitch, followed by 5 chains. Skip 2, slip stitch, 7 chains. Now we are in the middle, so here I'll skip just 1 treble, and then as always slip stitch and 5 chains. Then I again skip the first treble and do the slip stitch. The middle will have 9 chains. Skip 2, slip stitch, 5 chain bow. Here I'm skipping just 1. And now we are continuing with 7 chains for the bigger bow. Skip 2 trebles here, and let's do a chain into the 3rd, then 2 chains, skip 2 trebles, and a slip stitch into the 3rd, followed by 7 chains. Skip again 2 and slip stitch and 5 chains. And again here. The edge gets 6 chains and then a triple treble into the 5th chain. So I again have the trebles and chain bows above them. In row 7, let's zoom in a little bit. So we turn with 5 chains to replace the double treble, and then here 8 trebles, single, 8 trebles, single, 8 trebles, 1 single crochet, and then here in the middle we will again do 10 trebles, and then always single and 8 trebles one after another all the way to the end, and we will end with 8 trebles and a double treble into the 6th chain. So that's how you keep repeating rows 4 to 7. Actually, you could just do rows 6 and 7 since it's again the same thing, and you'll get the lovely symmetry that way, and it's gonna look really great. It's gonna be really easy to do, so just 2 or 4 rows that you keep repeating. So this is pretty easy to do. I hope you guys enjoy the project. If you did, feel free to shoot a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and that way you can stay updated with every new video that I post. So thanks for watching, Veronika Hug. I'll see you in our next project. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye!